Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. What's going on, everybody? It's lucky, man. It's Friday. Ronin Radio. Yesterday was Thanksgiving. We rooked the shit out of shit, and shit hit the fan, and shit was on the timeline. And who fucking cares? I don't. Good morning. Welcome to the Ronin Radio. We're gonna lock in and have a few conversations today. I appreciate everyone that's pulling up. Share the stream around. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel. And yeah, we're gonna have some fun today, bro. We're gonna have some fun. All right. I woke up a trillionaire. More to come on that in a moment. We are just setting up in the background right now, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome if you are just tuning in. We appreciate you. We're going to have some fun today, bro. There's a big conversation to be had. Jiho's made a great tweet yesterday talking about the next steps and things that will be happening with the Ronin Network and in preparation for 2026. So we're going to have a conversation on that. I think there's like, we spoke about it the other day. Iro came on. Sometimes you get numb to the pain. It's pain, but sometimes you numb to the pain. And really, like, there is so much room for improvement. There is only really a way that we can go, and that is upwards and is forwards. It's really not. We could still go. We could definitely still go lower in terms of price. But I feel like we are at a platform right now where we can only improve. We can only go up. I want to absolutely bias pump the shit out of Ronin today. I'm like, that's it. That's what you're gonna get from me. I'm gonna be incoherently bullish. Because why the fuck not? But there is a tweet that we are going to look at from G-Host. A lot of cool information in there. I like the tweet. The tweet made me feel something. And to be honest, let's look at the month ahead. December is around the corner. How much shit is coming in December on Ronin? Moku, Fableborn, Fishing Frenzy, Play Cambria. Like, there's a lot to look forward to. So we're going to turn depression off. And you're going to have to turn depression off today too, as the goal of today's show. We'll be starting in about 5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, just doing the security checks back here, making sure that there's no boiling hot espressos to be poured on anyone's ballsack. We're also waiting and making sure that Theban has gone through hair and makeup and looks beautiful as ever. And then we will start the show. Me, myself, I just rolled out of bed and I'm here. Yesterday, we'll talk about what happened yesterday. But if you are American, happy Thanksgiving belated for yesterday. If you're not American, you don't give a fuck, and then you don't get a thanks. There's no thanks for you. I'm not giving any thanks. So, 5 minutes and we'll start. Sometimes I just get to this point of the intro where I know I'm just rambling, but that's what you're here for, right? Or not? Fuck off, Gila. Just 5 minutes. This is a banger, by the way. Easy. All right, then, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time to get this show on the road. In honor of Mr. Stark's time today, he's a busy man, and has some stuff to do too. So we're gonna get the conversation started with me and him. Even still, like I said, hair and makeup, bro. He's gotta look good. That guy's gotta look good. Good morning. Look, gotta look good. Check me out. Fucking. Yesterday we demolished. No, it wasn't yesterday. It wasn't yesterday. The day before we demolished Bayern Munich. Oh, come on, the Arsenal. Bro, the thing is, there's so many things that's happening right now, right? There's so many things that's happening right now. I told you I'm unapologetically bullish. That's where I'm at, right? Let's have a conversation about that, because Sark's gonna be like, you told me to short Bitcoin yesterday, you fucking stupid cunt. So let's see what he thinks about that. And yeah, welcome to the Ronin Radio. If this is your first time tuning in, shout out to you. We appreciate you for being here. We got a little bit unprofessional yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. We will talk about that. But you know, we've been here for 2.5 years, almost 3 years, doing this show, talking about Ronin, sharing the information on this network around to its community, giving the community a voice. It's been a wild ride, bro. And this year has been the most turbulent and hardest part of the journey, in all honesty. We came up in the bear. You know, Ronin Radio started when run price was at 21 cents. We are literally behind the starting line. So how am I still bullish? We'll find out more on that today, but let's get him up here. Thank you for the music. Shout out to the Interplanetary Criminal DJing out here in the UK, in London. Shout out Mix Maps Labs. We're going to bring some more music to you guys every single show. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Let's move on though. Get it off. Fucking shut up show. Yeah? Let's bring through my good friend, Mr. Stark. Good morning, sir.
GM.
How you feeling, bro?
How's it going? Yeah, good.
Tell me you're not in that short still.
I still am.
Oh, wow. I feel like such an asshole.
What, for telling me that I shouldn't be in a long, and then I listened to you, and then I switched to a short and forgot to set the stop loss. You're always
a little bit of
no matter what anybody tells you, you're always responsible for your own trade. So none of it is your fault, Gila. It's all my fault.
Yeah. Well, here's Bitcoin on the week. Something we were talking about on the last show, and this is part of the reason why I was like, hey, Stark, yeah, you should just keep shorting this market. Keep shorting it. This liquidity gap right here, bro, it's all the way down to about 74,000. Yeah. This wick didn't touch it. You see what I'm talking about right here? Like this little thing did not like this. This is like the tiniest slither of like, can we reset liquidity here? Which is where I thought we may be going with Bitcoin. Obviously, this has been a terrible year for Ronin. And if Bitcoin managed to actually go down here, I think we could really see like single cent run, which would fucking hurt and burn. But the biggest thing I think right now is opportunity. We're seeing, you know, tweets come out of G-Host's account talking about the in real life team meetings that will be happening with Ronin towards the back end of this year. Yeah, that
sounds exciting, especially the end of year recap, which has been people have been asking for. I think that adds to the feeling of not being heard and silence when we know the team like that. We know that there's building going on behind the scenes, but it still feels like the quietest it's ever been. You know, it's like if Ronin was a town in a Western movie, I'd look outside and I'd just see a bale of hay rolling by.
Yeah, tumbleweed.
That combined with all of the big projects ramping up, you know, to release something big. So it's sometimes before the ramping up, like we saw Moku about a week or two before Grand Arena start to ramp things up. But yeah, it's. Hopefully the sentiment is at a bottom, but it's true that if Bitcoin goes to 76, 74K, we may we may find a new wee bottom to bounce off of. So
yeah. It's tough. I mean, can you pull that tweet up? Because of course, yes, I cannot access Twitter from this computer. And my only access to Twitter is through my laptop. So I can't share that screen here. But yeah, we'll look at this tweet. We'll take a look at this tweet. I think it's going to be interesting as well to hear Theban's opinion on it. He will be pulling up to the show at some point. But I mean, we can take a stab at it in this moment. I'm looking, you know, look at the wording that goes on here. All right, like it starts with "This is a big month for Ronin." All right. Moku, Fableborn, Fishing Frenzy, Play Cambria, all shipping and demonstrating that we have the best lineup of entertaining content on any chain. I would only be truly worried if I was consistently using other chains to use fun/novel apps. The only other thing I've used recently on any other chain is Play Gigaverse. So huge props to the team there. He's kind of right. Like, it is a ghost town for
Everything.
I mean, everything. Yeah, like even like prediction markets had its little moment, right? Like maybe a month, 2 months, 3 months ago. That's been the biggest, I would say, the biggest blow up in for this year. Like, in terms of having. Oh my. Okay, yeah, Stark, your chair is louder than fucking
Yeah.
anything, bro. But it's been like prediction markets has been like one of the biggest focuses, right? And like maybe the viral thing that has kind of broken the echo chamber of crypto Twitter. Nothing else has really done anything this year. And in this moment now, like, I feel the prediction market hype is kind of losing traction, and like, do people really care so much? But I don't know. Like, there's not really been an entertainment application out of crypto this whole year that's really done anything and has really, like, interrupted any spaces. So he's right about that. There is 4 big projects launching this, like, they're launching something in December, and some of them, we've said it here on the show, on like Moku, I genuinely have a lot of confidence that implementation, Grand Arena going live. We're in the preseason right now, but Grand Arena going live. I'm defo muting you. I'm defo. Shout out to all the chat who needed that. I got you. I got your back. But I do think that Grand Arena, when they actually go live and we start to see the aspect of the experience with the fantasy layer, there's going to be a lot of interest there. And we need it, man. Like, this place is boring as fuck. The depression from my side was largely down to boredom. Like, I was literally like, I'm here and I'm like, what the this is the most boring this space has ever fucking been. And that makes it feel even worse when price is the way that price is. So a lot of big ventures happening in December, which is positive. It's something to look forward to. We'll add Theben into the conversation at this point. Look at him. Oh, hair and makeup did a great job. They put a hat on him. They did it. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Good morning.
Very
GM.
chipper.
What?
Very lively today.
Yeah, I've been cooking for like the last hours, so you know what I mean. I'm already in the mode. I was still cooking till you pull me up. So yeah.
Oh, so well, hey, well, it smells good. Well, let's smell what the Theban's been cooking, bro. This is the tweet that we're focusing on right now. I don't know if you've had time to take a look at it, but like, we're diving into it a little bit more. I like to see this communication from Geos. Like, it made me feel something like, oh shit, okay, there's the wheels are in, like, still turning. Stark was mentioning how, like, we know that building is happening in the background, but it's like, it's so quiet. Like, I fear that we definitely have had, and this has been a consistent thing, a lack of the communication of the cooking, which makes it difficult for, people to stick around and still kind of have that faith in anything that may be happening with Ronin in the short future, and for the foreseeable as well. So looking into this, one of the big mentions here, bro, Sky Mavis leadership meetings in real life to plan out next year, and they are working on a year-end recap to give a glimpse into their thinking. I don't know what's going to come out of that. I don't know how they're going to deliver that information, but I am very, very interested to see what they have planned for 2026. I really I don't know how, I don't know what would save the sentiment right now, but they're going to have to do something, right? What could we be looking forward to from a year-end recap? What would you want to see them address this year, or what kind of what would that look like?
It's a good question.
Like,
well, at the very least, if it's near the end of December, some thoughts on the 4 projects mentioned here. Like, where do they think they're going? The role that Ronin is playing in it. How Ronin is facilitating them. What they plan on working with them, or as much as they can tell us, right? Like, how intertwined are these games to the chain? Because it's all well and good to have a breakout project, but people will want to know that there's that there's commitment to the Ronin network, etc., etc. So to see how those things are all cooking together, get a look under the hood basically of how Ronin X Muku, Ronin X Fableborn, Ronin X Fish and Fenji, Ronin and Cambria, how those things look, and their thoughts on those games as much as they can share.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna venture into Jiho's DMs over the weekend, see what we can do, see if we can get him on the show right before December really kicks off. Tuesday 2nd is the date Fableborn goes live. Maybe even Thursday next week if we can get him. I think it would be good to hear from him beforehand, and maybe ask him that question. Is probably a better person to ask that question from, right? But I would like to see them own this year. It's fucking not been good, bro. It has not been good.
This year, I guess we all started with hopes for a really good turnout on Open Ronin, right? So that's how it all started. It started with Open Ronin. It started with Tama meme, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's where it all began.
That's so crazy to think that was this year. It feels like 5 years ago, bro.
I know, right? That was actually this year. Open Ronin was this year, and to be honest, I would say Open Ronin did not turn out to be what anybody expected, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess the contra of what everyone expected was what it turned out to be, though. So technically, maybe it was just way too much of people putting all their eggs into that basket of Open Ronin, and then it blowing up in all our faces. I think at that meeting they're gonna have to come together and they're gonna have to talk about that too. Be like, okay, was it a mistake? Is this still the best for the future? Is there any way we can what are the successful things, right, that happened through Open Ronin? What worked through Open Ronin? And then try to maybe find a middle ground there. You know what I mean? Some people on the timeline a couple months ago were talking about we should roll back Open Ronin. Ronin was better while being closed, and them really curating who gets to be let in. I would say some really good teams did get to come in through Open Ronin, the Kitty team, Realm Walkers, even Realms themselves. I mean, Realms kind of got greenlit to do their minting. The other guys that I mentioned, they had to pretty much brute force in through Open Ronin. But You know what, man? But for all the other projects that came in and how the liquidity got spread and so on, I would kind of have to say it was not very good.
Yeah. I think that's probably the biggest topic of conversation. Jesus, the doom scrolling of Stark's timeline is definitely what we need on the show today. Actually, this is cool. Stark, you venture through social media, and we'll venture with you as we have this conversation.
It's Geos's page. It's not exactly doom scrolling.
Yeah. Damn, sorry for that. No, I think that's a big conversation, right? We went Open Ronin, and it seems like it wasn't, a good. It hasn't been. If you look at what the data says, and by data I'm talking about price, right? Since we went open, it's been a terrible time. But 2026 is when, the actual tech, right? Us using Optimism, Super Chain, as they like to call it, will be implemented in 2026. The actual Open Ronin that was marketed from the start of this year will be in effect in 2026, right? And we always knew that anyway with the Layer 2 announcement. It was yes, this is the thing for next year. So for me, as a non-intelligent user of the chain, will that tech actually have impactful effects, right? That's something that I am thinking about, asking that question, letting people, speak for themselves. You guys in the chat, if you think there's something that could be happening there with the actual implementation, then we could be looking at that in 2026. I don't see how that could positively affect price directly from the tech itself being implemented, because at the moment it's just the idea of it, right? So does the actual implementation cause a significant change or a reason for more liquidity to kind of come into the network? So those are things I'm looking at for next year. But next year, what do we look at? Next year we have actually MMO, maybe.
It's
Because
still
if you
gonna
go
take
back
time.
to
I think we're gonna get a few more experiences in the Axie MMO, and I think like in maybe 6 months' time they will let us play it again, with the new experiences. But definitely will not be complete. There's no way.
No, yeah, no way.
There's no
Yeah.
way.
27 to
Yeah,
2027 or 2028.
yeah. I mean, the good thing Skywave is, they do have their runway, as Jiho's mentioned. How long that is, no idea, but it doesn't really matter because like Axie did so well in 2021. They made sure they had runway for like 10 plus years. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I think they're fine on that end. And I think like it sucks to say this, but they will out sustain everyone.
Mhm.
Just by being able to have runway, being able to have a game out. The problem with that is when you don't have competition, then your quality is like gonna take a hit, right? Because you're not really competing with others in terms of like delivering a product that's just better by the inches, right? Um, Maybe we're just gonna have to start comparing it to like Web 2 games,
Mm.
just to like give them that push. But in terms of Web 3 games, man, I am worried about like some of these other games. Like we said this at the start of the year, like 95% of the games they put their eggs into like 2025 basket where they thought they could raise at a higher valuation, just because of like how much further the industry has come, but they couldn't. So
Mhm.
that's why we've seen all these games die off. Honestly, I feel like we can count on like two hands how many games are left in Web 3 gaming at this point.
Yo,
Yeah.
that would be a challenge right now if we were a game show. Oh yeah, I'd like who can name the most, right? Or
Yeah,
just
I mean,
put someone
we
on the
even
spot.
saw Illuvium, right? They showed their sheet, and I think there was only like a year and a half left, right? And if they suddenly had any more expenses show up out of nowhere, like that could be even faster. I mean,
Mhm.
you could also say, oh, they could raise more, but to be fair, like, can you though? Can you really raise in this market conditions and everything? Unless something drastically changes over the next couple of months, I don't think being able to raise is gonna be a thing, right? There's just so many people underwater on that project already. Like, who's gonna come in and save the day?
Yeah. If Illuvium goes out of business, bro, like that's a fucking huge shockwave across this industry for sure. Like that really will.
Yeah,
That would make a big splash.
they're really the ones who prioritized quality, I would say, right? But doing so, they spent a lot of money.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the
On
MMO has not launched, right? Like it's not fully launched yet.
Yeah, and their initial play was the auto battler, right? The auto chess game, but
Mhm.
it's pretty clear that there's not a lot of interest for that, right? Because like when they first came out, there was a lot of interest in 2021, 2020. Like auto chess was the shit, right? For like a couple of years, but
Yeah.
games are like fads, right? Like they just come and go.
Yeah. Well, let's look at the network, see things that are coming out right now. There was an issue yesterday with the SLP pool. I don't know what happened. I was literally trying to get SLP into Origins to morph an Axie for Mystic era and complete some of the Axie Codex stuff. And had a lot of trouble. Wasn't able to do it. But there is a resolution. The post was on the screen from Stark earlier on. But this is one thing that to highlight. Like in the Ronin wallet, there is the capability of using multiple different swap locations and multiple different pools to swap same tokens. And obviously, this will come down to maybe a preference or a price thing eventually. But that is something you can do.
You can swap around in the wallet, and it's pretty useful if you don't want to. I personally tend to, especially for larger amounts, when it's because Binance has very low fees, so I send it to Binance. I swap it there, since only in France, it's only when you swap back into euros that it's a taxable event. So I can do all that on the centralized exchange. But otherwise, sometimes for sake of convenience and speed, I will use the cross chain swap, and it's very useful. It's very smooth. I haven't seen any other wallet do it yet. So even the swap features, like, it just feels smoother, less clunky than MetaMask. And I guess just because you're using Ron as a gas fee, it feels cheaper, right? If you're using MetaMask on ETH, you always
feels a little bit more expensive. Maybe it isn't, but
because it.
yeah, we're having a lovely view here of Jace the Wizard chopping wood.
Jace the lumberjack. Jesus.
Yeah. Shout out to Jace. Actually, I have a DM from Jace that I need to respond to. So shout out to Jace.
How long was this DM from? 3 months ago?
No, it's two.
He's like, hi, my name is Jace. I'm looking for a job at the Ronin Network.
yeah. No, not replied. Oh shit, they hired you? Fuck. No. This is maybe 3 days now. Actually, I don't know where the fuck I am. Let's talk about it. The unprofessional approach of Gila, who runs the Ronin Radio. Woohoo! Yesterday's show was supposed to go down.
What happened?
Okay. Candid, honest story. Never lied to the chat.
I lie to the chat all the time.
Wednesday night, ladies and gentlemen, is the night before Thanksgiving. It's not as special as a Christmas Eve or something like that. It's not really a calendared event to be celebrating, but nonetheless, I was celebrating. And we went to an arcade that is like a barcade. And I had a fucking great time. I got home at 2:30 a.m. and I played Wii Sports with my missus until maybe 4 a.m. And continued drinking. And then I fell asleep. I woke up. It was 10 a.m. The show had been on for an hour, but obviously it hadn't been on. And also I had to wake up and get dressed and leave and travel an hour and a half. So the show must not go on.
The show
exactly what happened.
The show, in fact, did not go on.
Yeah. So, and you guys probably saw a little bit of drama.
As Bems calls it in chat, he calls it Blackout Wednesdays.
Yeah. Absolutely Blackout Wednesdays. It was. But yeah, like there was some little bit of drama. Like genuinely, I'm apologetic. I'm sorry, mate. To Mr. Kagi, he was going to be on the show talking about his silly hamsters. Kittens. But I was apologetic. I said, "Yo, listen, bro. I'm sorry. Can't make the show today. We can move it to tomorrow." He couldn't do it to like right now. He didn't have the time to be here right now. And that was it. But then he went and tweeted about us being unprofessional and getting paid to do professional stuff. But we weren't, like, there was no fucking payment, brother. Like, I don't know what that reference was about. If the show had been paid for, I probably wouldn't have paid for the drinks and got blackout drunk on a Wednesday. So that's that. It is what it is. Bit of a low blow. Talking about courteous or being courteous, and then being is it incourteous or uncourteous?
Uncourteous.
In the action of tweeting about it. So it is what it is. Fucking love Kagi regardless, but for that, suck a dick, fuck you, but I love you still. It is what it is. And yeah, if you want to come talk about silly kitties, then we can. You rearrange. You come through. No qualms. It is what it is. The issue actually was the fact that I didn't respect his time, and I'm sorry. I forgot you were God, and that I should absolutely bow and respect every second of your time.
I'm no expert, but that doesn't sound like a real apology.
Yeah, because it's not. Fuck you. I don't give a shit, bro. Like, fucking what, bro? If you want to come talk on the show, we can. We can do it. Sorry, I didn't make the show yesterday. It was what it was. Here we go. We're moving forward anyway. Yeah. We're here on a Friday. I know it's a weird day, and a lot of people, it's out of routine for tuning into the show. So there you go. But sometimes horses don't stop; they keep going. So, and that's where we are today. Cambria have launched their season 3 docs. They're live. If you are geared up for that event, then you should be diving into those documents, because it's going to give you the outlook for how that's going to how the season will go down. A lot of interest around Cambria. Logic, a good friend of mine, used to be on the show. Looking forward to see how that season goes for them. Their community is really growing and thriving at the moment, even in the midst of this terrible market climate. So, like, I think there's going to be some opportunities there. And if we start seeing wins in the space again, like this could be a really good thing. So looking forward to see some wins happening in Cambria. Shout out to the team. Shout out to Benzi. And yeah, we're gonna get Benzi back on the show at some point in December during that season, to give us the lowdown on how things are going. But other than that, like I said, next week Fableborn drops. I genuinely think I'm gonna be playing Fableborn quite heavily. How long left do we have of Grand Arena pre-season?
I don't know. I can't access the website, so.
Sorry, what? Is it actually down? I got like 20 minutes left.
Of course, as soon as I say that, it loads up.
It loads. Okay, yeah.
My training just ended, so I'm pretty. Come on.
Nice.
There we go.
Nice, but yeah, preseason.
I don't know how long. I don't know how long the preseason lasts. It does. When does it finish? I thought it was more like a month, but.
They said 4 weeks, but we've had 2 weeks now, so we're halfway through.
Yeah, I guess time flies when you're training your Mokies.
I've noticed you didn't say having fun. That's crazy. That is crazy, ladies and gentlemen. That's fucking crazy. It's true, though, the element that actually will be fun and add to this whole experience is not in play just yet. We are fighting for the top 100 slots to be in the first season's packs, right? We talked about this, the royalty aspect of Moku, or just of Mokies, the NFT, is huge, and a huge opportunity for anyone that owns a Moki. And at the moment, if your Moki's in the top 100, that's what we're looking at, of being in the first lineup of packs for the fantasy layer. So it's been very, 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 very interesting to see the product unfold. I'm very impressed at the fact that like we can see the Moki's play. I think most of my Moki's are genuinely retarded. I don't understand why they're so bad, but 90% of my Moki's
I
do
think
not win
that's
shit.
how the most of us feel. I think I have 1% of the Moki supply, and yet I don't have someone in the top 100. So I call foul.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're blocking you.
What would the packs end up changing for that?
What do you mean, like the Moki's performance?
Yeah.
Like you would put a team together with, you get the effect, like those cards that have effects, right? So it like actually wait, I'm not qualified to fucking talk on this, bro, because I don't know for sure, but I think some of those effects are going to be like you'll get more points if the Moki's achieve certain things, right? So like you could go.
Right.
Oh, beautiful. Goodbye. You could go with a team that's like all speed and agility based, and then you would apply an effect, a card that like you get bonus points for economic victories or gacha victories. They've changed that. I saw that nice little change. So I think the cards don't actually change anything for the Moki's, but the outcomes, you can have like a multiplier on that for your fantasy prediction. So I don't know really. I think with time though, some Moki's obviously with the training they're getting better with stats, but I think the more games that the Moki's are playing, like the actually more intelligent they are becoming.
Okay.
Like they're getting better at doing the things that are good. Of course, when they get points, I would imagine that's a reward system for them, so they know that they did better this game, and that they lean into that more so as time goes on. But yeah,
my plan is just to I need to be hands-on with something to figure it out. So I plan on just waiting for whatever comes out to come out, look at it, see how it feels, and then make a decision there. Because you can read a white paper or somebody's explanation or a thread about something until you feel it yourself with everything that's being built and the smoothness and everything. Yeah, you know. It's like you can. These are games and these are experiences. You can only read so much about it, and I'm more of a visual guy, so I'm looking forward to see what every next step entails, and simply given the speed at which they've been implementing community requested features like these presets and these filters, and the fact that now you can go to the leaderboard and you can check with your Moki's, the fact that that's all done very quickly, because it's all well and good to ask for it, but to realize that building these things in, if they weren't prioritized, can be quite stressful. So shout out to them.
Shout out to Rare in the chat. Did a visual guy? Very rare.
Okay. On that note, I'm gonna go walk my dog.
Yeah. Yeah, we love you, bro. Have a great fucking time.
Have a good weekend,
see you.
guys.
You take care, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be a quick, short show today because there's really fucking not much, bro. This is why yesterday I was like, yeah, fucking whatever, bro. Like Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving. It is what it is. Some news that did just come out on the Ronin Network is that the new liquidity pools through the Merkle XYZ opportunities are coming, and I'm seeing a Fish USDC pool that is coming soon. Fish is the token from Fishing Frenzy. You know, we spoke about it earlier on in the month, and that token, I don't know when the fuck this thing is it live right now? I'm just checking through some information, bro. Fish pool rewards now. People seem like they're anticipating it, but Fish, the token from Fishing Frenzy, is coming out. They are already providing liquidity to it through the Merkle liquidity pools. So interesting to see how much attention that draws in as of right now, sitting at $80,000, $80,000 in that pool. And no rewards coming out of it just yet, but it is live 14 minutes ago. So if you are intrigued in that, if you've got some faith in Fishing Frenzy, think it's going to be a decent PGE with Fish token itself, then go ahead and get involved in that. We did like it's live. Okay, we did like the way that this token is being distributed. People were checking allocations. I checked allocation. My Fish token is probably going to give me Big Mac meal best. So like in terms of airdrop, it's not one of those for me. It might be for you if you grinded Fishing Frenzy this year. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great for you. So the pass is 100,000 fish, 10,000 fish, 10,000 fish. Yeah, that's for the game. Like the founder pass. Fuck knows, bro. But those things are happening. Look, listen, lads, I'm going to just keep it real with you. Like, next week is where we begin. December is where we begin. I'm so ready to sign off from November and the rest of the year that has been. Please, December, please do something for me. Just please. That's all I ask. At this point, I'm tired, boss. I know you can tell. Even you're not so tired anymore.
I'm not what?
You're not tired anymore.
I am tired. What are you talking about? I'm tired every day.
You're not tired anymore, bro. You're not tired anymore. I'm tired, boss. I need December to do something. So I'm that guy with the stick in December. Please do something. Let us have some euphoria in some way, shape, or form in December. I need something, bro. My dopamine receptors are fried.
Well, there's a gotcha machine on Ronin. You can use your Ron.
Brother, no.
Hit the PSA 10 Venusaur.
No, you remember the taxi?
Yeah,
I'm not going to go to the gotcha machine and spend Ron at this price, and then Ron actually makes a recovery, and I look at how much money I spent on a gotcha machine.
Well, guess what? Now you actually took money from the guy. Now that taxi looks damn cheap.
That taxi was that was a fucking bargain, bro. That was a great deal. Yeah, it's a great deal. But yeah, man, I'm like I am just genuinely tired, bro. It's very difficult. Like I get my Axie Codex done on the day, and then I sit here and I think, what the fuck do I do in this space? Like, well, what do I do? Mm-hmm. And then I end up playing Pokemon TCG for like 3 hours, and then go and touch grass. Like, the fuck is going on? So hopefully we'll see that next week. What do you think we should do in December? In terms of the show, like bringing people through, like what types of people should we bring through? What kind of narratives should we be pushing?
We got a few games coming on. I think one thing that could be really interesting for the show too is like if you were to just actually play some of these games on the shows starting, because I think we got to revitalize that. People forgot what it's like to actually see what some of these games look like too. I think there could be a moment where like the first half of the show, we do the normal stuff, and then maybe the second half of the show we start doing more gameplay. I think that could be fun too, because I think we're just all so jaded by like the situation that's occurred over the last year. probably I think we've never been the same since Tamamine, right? Tamamine just changed everything. Like the
Yeah.
perception of like, you know, how money flows and all that jazz. So
Yeah.
yeah, we gotta, you know, we got the detox. Now we gotta get back to our roots and just start building from the ground up again, which fucking sucks, right? It's like a giant hurricane came through, destroyed everything, and now you just gotta start again.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
that's what it's like. And but at the end of the day, like life just goes on, man. You just can't stop. You just gotta keep going. You just gotta keep building. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter what kind of storms have destroyed your foundation.
Yeah. Failure is not an option. But anyway, I hope all of you guys enjoy your weekends at this point. I have nothing else to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. We will tune in next week. I'm going to try and pull G-Host through, like I said, see what we can do. And we'll also definitely, you know, as of Tuesday from the 2nd of December onwards, Fable 1 will be live. So there will be a game for us to play live on the show as well.
Nice.
I'm actually, yeah, I'm quite hopeful for Fable 1. I'm gonna stay there. I'm gonna say if it's jaded bullishness, it is what it is. But I think this is the game. To be honest, to close out the year, this is the game, and Moku is the experiment. Those are my two front-facing points of ending the year on a high. I think those two things doing well will allow us to end the year on a high, and then hearing more from Sky Mavis, as it was said in G-Host's tweet, for the year end and what 2026 may look like will be a good point for us to say, okay, New Year's 2026, let's fucking build, let's start again, let's fucking do this. So the resurgence is due, it's upon us, and we've been wanting it for a long time. So let's see if it comes. But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, big shout out to our sponsor, Kitty World. Always, they are pushing forward with a lot of their experiences, and always happy to be sponsored by them, bro. It means a lot, and they are the best builders in this space from this year. MVP award from the Ronin Radio, official award. This means something. It's an official award to the best builders in Ronin. Goes to our sponsor, Kitty World. Not biased in any way, shape, or form, but things are moving over there. If you have been doing the missions, the open missions, you're seeing some updates that have happened this month, so stay on top of that. We're closer every day towards more experiences with that, with the team. So shout out to Kitty World. Appreciate you guys, and thank you guys for tuning in on a Friday, out of schedule. We will not do that anymore. Maybe. Don't count on it. But we'll be back on Tuesday for some Fableborn talk and hopefully a visit from our good friend G-Host on the show. But thank you guys for tuning in. I will catch you later. Lieben, go get the bread, bro. Just go get some bread, bro. Yeah. What do you think? I love you. Goodbye.
The dip on the attack fish up and rock the clock around the clock non-stop as our chill ya. Too many people them a talk about peace, but the war and the world money just can't see. So boom diggy 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 boom diggy bang, unity that's a band and you know that's fun. When you take a look for the television, no culture, no project, no program, never vibe, but you know that can't wrong. True.
Not a chance that I can't hear any of you fuckers right now, and you actually are.
Oh, shut up! Fuck!